Hi everyone, welcome to the very first episode of We're Still Figuring It Out, a podcast where we talk about figuring out adulthood independently. I am your host Adriana, and as a young adult myself, I find that a lot of us are always still figuring life out. No one always have the right answers to everything. Sometimes not even your mom, and that's okay. That's why in this podcast, we will be discussing real adulting issues and how we figure it out. Is it possible to have good grades and have a social life? In today's episode, we will be discussing the topic of managing school and social life, specifically as an international student, since I myself am currently an international student in London. And to kickstart this episode, I have invited my closest friends here in London, Elena and Teresa, to discuss this topic with me. Hi guys.
Hello.
Can you guys introduce your name, age, where you're from, and what and where you're studying?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Elena. I'm 20 years old and I come from Spain. I'm currently an exchange student here at Middlesex University doing my bachelor's degree in graphic design.
Hi, I'm Teresa. I'm 24. I come from Portugal and I'm also at Middlesex University in London and I'm doing a 1-year master's in digital marketing.
So, before we get into the topic of managing school and social life, I wanted to ask, when was the last time you guys ever felt burnt out, whether it be managing school, work, or both?
Okay, so maybe I would say last November, December, because of my deadlines. I spent whole days in uni working and I couldn't see you guys that much.
Right.
So yeah.
I would say the same period. I think all of our deadlines are around those months. And also a lot of work and the fact that I didn't know how the grades were going to be and I put a pressure on myself, like anticipating the grades. So that's when I felt overwhelmed, like a lot of work and also stressing about what the grades would be. So I had to give it all.
Right. And did you guys think that you still have a social life then? Or was it like maybe just a bit during one weekend of like a whole month? Like what was your social life back then?
Personally, my social life was inexistent. I mean, I tried to go out during the weekends, like a little bit, but it was like when the deadlines were approaching, it was super difficult to have a social life.
That's true.
Yeah, same. And I believe that whenever we have a lot of work, we think, oh, maybe I can meet with them later. But a positive thing we did was we would go to the gym, maybe not every day, but a lot of days. And I felt like combining hobbies is a good way of socializing and also breathe a bit from the studies. So we didn't have a lot of social life, but those small moments in my day helped me a lot. And seeing you.
Yeah, and talking about going to the gym, Teresa, there was one day where you were so tired because there was issues with your flatmates and you didn't have enough sleep, but you still decided to go to the gym with me. And I was like, why are you still going? Because I would have slept. Like, so do you think that like these little things like going to the gym together, it helps your mental health in like your burnout? Do you think so?
Definitely. And I feel like whenever we have a lot of work, we say, oh, I'll just go tomorrow, or I didn't have a good night of sleep. But for me, it's essential to keep my routines. And like I said before, going to the gym, it's not also good for my physical and mental health, but also I know that you will probably be going to. So I have someone to talk to. And maybe if I'm not maybe in the mood to talk, I know you will share something and that will make my day better. So I try to always push myself to go to the gym, and I know it will help me go on with my day.
Right. Oh, that's really nice and really cute. I think it's such a good way to like just step out of the room, because we're always in our room when we're doing our work, and it's kind of depressing because our room is really, really small here in London. All of us have the same size room.
That's
and,
true.
Yeah. And like we're in the same, for context, we're in the same friend group, so we basically do everything together. Like,
you're my family here. Like literally,
No,
I do
it's so
everything with you.
no,
Like
literally.
everything. Yes.
Yeah. Like, it's gonna be so sad when we go home, but like, okay, let's not talk about that, 'cause that's not what we're talking about today. Okay. So when you guys are burnt out, right? Do you know where to draw the line? Like, where do you tell yourself, hey, I'm burnt out. I need to do something about this, you know. Like, do you know, like, at what point where you say, okay, I have to stop, you know? Do you know? Or
For me, it would be when every day feels the same. Like, when I feel like I'm losing my routine, like my room is not as tidy as it was, or I'm not going to the gym that much, or whatever, that's when I have to stop and be like, okay, uni is important, but it's not everything, and it's really important to balance that.
yeah, of
So
course.
I would say that, like, when I feel like every day is the same.
Yeah, I think the key word is really balance. And also, I feel like I'm burned out when I'm watching a movie or I'm doing a task that I really enjoy, but my head is always in the assignments, and it's always, you shouldn't be relaxing, you shouldn't be going to the gym for 2 hours, you should only be going for half an hour or 1 hour. But the thing is that we should include these little moments in our days, because we will always have assignments. Now we have assignments, then we will have our work, then maybe we'll
Exactly.
have kids. So there's always going to be a lot of things,
That's
and we
true.
have to stop and not regret that, and not like,
Yeah.
if now I'm going to see this movie for 2 hours, watch this movie, and that's it. Don't think too much about it. Just relax.
I mean, yeah, for the past month or so, even though that we're all so busy with assignments and everything, we still take out like 2 hours a day to watch Bridgerton. It's so, like, I feel like
And
it
it
literally
was
makes my week.
The
you know,
best part of the day. Or
Yeah,
it was
literally.
I
essential.
mean, we have priorities.
to watch Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Benedict. Okay, and
know.
Benedict.
yeah. Teresa, you said something about balance, right? So is work-life balance important to the both of you? Whether it be in school or in the future, do you think that work-life balance is important to you? Because for me, I need work-life balance. If not, I feel like I'm going to be so depressed, you know? What do you guys think?
Yes, definitely essential. Seeing friends. Now we are international students, so I can't go the day without calling my parents or FaceTiming my dog. Like, all these little things are important and are part of the balance.
Yeah.
So, of course, I have to focus on my projects here and assignments and presentations, but I also have a life here with you and seeing my friends, and also a life back in Portugal. So I'm always trying to combine
Right.
all these three things and all these friendships, and I feel like I have to nurture these three areas,
Yeah.
so I feel complete and in a good balance.
Yeah, for me, I mean, as I'm studying something creative,
Right.
it's quite difficult to find the balance, because you feel like you should always think of new concepts, or you should be all the time like creative.
Yeah.
But for me, it's really important, because you cannot be creative if you're burnt out.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I always try to balance, like call my sister, or call my parents, or being watching Bridgerton with you guys. Like, these small moments are the ones that help me
Yeah, of
just
course.
getting to everything.
I agree. Like, no matter how small it is, I feel like it really helps your mental health, because I think the last time that I was burnt out was when I had my internship in Singapore, where I had to travel like 4 hours. So 2 hours to go and 2 hours to come back. And I was miserable because my internship was 9 to 6. So with the traveling, it was like 6 to 9, you know. And I was miserable for 6 months, and I was so like not myself, to the point where I forgot my mom's birthday, you know.
Wow.
Like, I was so like, that was the point where I told myself, like, I'm burnt out, like there's something wrong, because how do you forget your mom's birthday, you know? Like, and the face that she gave me when like she realized that I forgot, I was so like, oh no. Yeah, but like the thing was, my friends and I, we promised each other that we're gonna meet at least once a week. So it's like something you look forward to, you know.
Yeah.
And I guess that's how we kind of balance here in London. Like, we always have this thing where we tell each other, oh, every Saturday we're gonna go out.
Oh yeah.
Even though we're not super consistent with it, but like, you know, we do these things where we have something to look forward to. So, cause like, we know like, oh, on Saturday I'm gonna go out with my girls, we're gonna like, explore London, and it's all fun and stuff. So I think it's like so important for your mental health, right? Like,
and maybe it doesn't have to be like a big plan.
yeah, exactly. Like
I'm
a
happy
coffee.
with going for a coffee with you, or
Exactly.
maybe going for a walk, or
yeah,
just to keep my mind.
Yeah, and get out of that
Indeed.
small room.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
No, it's true. Okay, so we've talked about this, but what were your goals before coming here? Like, what did you tell yourself you wanted to do when you were here? Because for me, it was to explore London, because the three of us were only here for a short amount of time, like less than a year, you know. And for me, it was to travel to like Europe and go out and explore London, because London is huge. So what were your specific goals, you know?
Yeah, for me it was meeting a lot of new people,
Okay.
socializing, exploring London and the UK in general. Like, as I have a visa, I want
Yes.
to make the most out of it. And yeah, also being able to manage myself like in a new country with different language.
Oh,
But this
yes.
was secondary. Like, I wanted to enjoy the overall experience here.
I did an exchange semester in the Netherlands
Right.
in 2024. So I already had that experience abroad, but I was so excited to come to London. It's a big city. The city I studied in was Eindhoven, much smaller. And so I was really happy to be here and given this opportunity to do my master's here. And also because of the networking that I would be able to do here.
Right.
Since I want to start working this year, I feel
Yeah.
like this is a city full of opportunities, and also explore all the areas and beautiful views that London
Of
has to
course.
offer.
No, there's a lot.
A lot of free museums. There's so much
Yes.
to do here, and that's it.
And I know we talked about this while we were going to the gym, right?
Yeah.
So there's so many conversations while we were going to the gym. It's
Yes.
so funny. But you said that you wanted to do well in school, but you also don't want to be too focused with school that you will regret not going out when you go back to Spain eventually. What are your thoughts about that now? And do you think that you're achieving that goal of yours to like maybe not regret when you go back?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this second term,
Yeah.
I'm managing myself better because I already know the drill, you know,
Right.
like,
Been there, done that.
yeah, yeah. But I don't know if I would say regret. Maybe I would have liked to, you know, have more social life and have more free time, maybe, because as you said, I really want to do well here
Of
because
course.
then I have another year in Spain
Yeah.
until I finish my degree. And I feel like it's something I need to do here. Like, I'm here to study, so it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah, overall, I think I'm managing myself better. And I feel better than last term. Last term,
Right.
I was really, really overwhelmed with that.
Yeah. So talking about regretting not going out more often, or talking about regrets in general, do you regret anything you have done here so far in London?
I wish I went to more networking events.
Okay.
I think I still have some months to
Yeah.
work on that.
Because you want to get a job here.
Yes, that would be the plan. That would be amazing. So I would have to work on that and
Okay.
go to more networking events and meet new people in my area.
Get that job.
Yeah.
The two of us, we need to get a job.
For me, it would
Yeah.
be saying no to plans.
Oh.
Like, because I can always study, like, during the night I can study.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I can always have these little moments to keep on with my work. But I've said no to many plans. So, yeah, maybe I regret that. In
Right.
this term, I'm saying yes.
Yes. Okay. For me, I feel like I have so many days here in London where I'm not productive at all. Like, I'm literally in my room not doing anything. Like, just watching movies or doing, like, watching YouTube. Just things that really, like, I tell myself, like, I should be out, you know. But at the same time, London is so expensive that, you know, you
Yeah.
can't afford to be going out every day, you know.
I mean, but I think that we all need that kind of days from
Not
time to time. Yeah, like, I think we always think, like, I need to be productive and
yeah.
I want but it doesn't have to be like that. Maybe if you need, like, I mean, the weather here
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's
weather doesn't help at
is
all.
awful. Like, it doesn't help at all. So it's normal that you want to have those
Right.
days
The cost
off.
of transports as well.
Yeah. No, like a day
Yeah.
you
It
can
doesn't
spend.
help.
Yeah. But I'm sure that whenever we can have a walk here, or
Yeah.
I mean, but the area we're in, it's like it doesn't have that many
Yeah,
things.
it's true.
So
Yeah.
yeah. it's kind of difficult with
Right.
the money thing.
Yeah. And like I feel like I find myself comparing to you guys a lot, cause like whenever, like, I don't blame you guys at all, but like whenever I ask to, well, it's not really asked to go out, or like I ask what you guys doing, and you guys always say, oh, I'm doing work and whatever, and I'm literally in my room just like not doing anything. I'm like,
But that's okay because we take a lot of rest times too.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Because for me, my deadlines are really long. Like my whole semester, I only have one major assignment for one class, and I feel like I am only productive when the deadline is coming. You know, like 2 weeks. Because like last semester, my sister was here a week before my deadlines, and I told myself, okay, I need to get everything done before my sister come. I didn't do that at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Like I went out with my sister every day, and the last week that I had before my deadline, I squeezed every single thing between that 1 week, and like it was possible. But like me and Elena, we stayed up in the common room till like 4 a.m. on the same day.
Oh my god, yeah, I
of the
remember
assignment.
that day. I submitted my things at 6 a.m.
Literally, we were up so late.
That was crazy.
No,
that
it
was
was insane.
crazy.
I mean, it means you're productive during
No,
the
but
night as well.
the thing is that I feel like in creative industries,
Yeah.
at least for me, I try to be really perfectionist and to do everything. And sometimes, like, you need to try
Yeah.
and
yeah.
do stuff. And I don't know, sometimes I really procrastinate things because of that.
The creative block, right?
Yeah, I'm like, maybe this is not a good idea.
Yeah.
Let me take a break.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Do you guys like use any specific thing to help manage your time better? Because clearly I didn't have good time management. We were talking about this topic, but I think I still don't manage my time well because, well, I'm still trying to manage my time now here. Like, do you guys use apps, or do you guys know Notion?
Yes.
Yeah, the website, or like, do you use calendar, productivity apps? Like, what do you guys use, or do you guys use any apps to help at all?
In this aspect, I'm really traditional because I have my sheet of paper,
Oh,
my
yes.
pen, and I make myself my personalized calendar.
Right.
I mean, then the issue is to do what I put in the calendar, like actually do it.
Right.
But yeah, I usually make like to-do lists and in paper and everything. This term, I'm trying Google Calendar
Okay.
to see, like, especially for time blocking.
Oh, okay.
That really helps me to see, like, in nice colors, like, okay, work, resting, lunch, so yeah, I really want to try Notion, but it's like I find it really difficult.
Yeah, no, I was gonna talk about that. Like, I think Notion is so intimidating to me because you have to create everything from scratch. Like, if you want to make it pretty, I think why people use it is because it's so nice. Like, once you make it, it's so nice, but it's so much effort to start and make your own Notion thing, and like, I've never tried because it's just too complex. Yeah.
I
Teresa?
use Notion.
Yeah?
So it's a different perspective.
Oh, okay.
I use it for the modules, take class notes, and also to put my to-do lists.
Right.
I have one for the day, like urgent,
Uh-huh.
and that I try to complete every day.
Yeah.
And then I have a big calendar there too with
In
my
Notion?
with my deadlines, with the percentage, with the weight in my final
Oh.
grade. And I love it, and we share templates between us.
Oh,
my
so you
friends,
don't
so
start
that
it from
helps.
scratch.
You don't need to start it from scratch. You can share, and then you adapt the calendar, and whatever you want, you can put there all your modules. And then I'm also a big fan of paper.
Right.
So
right.
whenever I have to think or I have to plan a tough week, I write on paper what I really need to focus on. And I also do journaling, and it helps a lot with my
yes,
mental
journaling.
health.
Right.
And now the junk journal is really famous, and I think it's great for people to try as well. But Notion is a great tool, and I
Right.
think you should give it a try.
Oh, maybe you can show
Yeah.
me some tips.
Yeah,
No,
you should
definitely,
send that
definitely.
template.
Yes.
No, yeah, because I genuinely tried. For my school projects, I tried starting on Notion, but it's just like, one, I don't know how to use it. It's just like as if I'm learning a new software on like Adobe. It's hard at first, but I think it gets better. Like, I
Yeah.
guess, because you know how to use it now,
Yeah.
So,
Now it's intuitive.
yeah, exactly. So, I wish I could get to that standard. So, maybe you can give me some tips.
No, definitely. I will share it.
Yeah. There's this app, because, like I said, I like to do everything last minute. Pressure helps me a lot. And I use this app called YPT where they track the amount of time you actually work.
Oh.
So once you start the timer, right, they lock all your apps. so you can't go on any apps, And the thing about it is that you can add friends in it. This works if you're competitive, so you can see, how long have your friends actually been working? Because once you open an app, they stop the timer,
Wow.
So it's like, it works for me.
It's accurate.
Yeah.
The thing is that I delete my apps.
Oh,
Like
that's
whenever
true.
I feel like I'm much time in Instagram, for example, I just delete it.
You have discipline.
No, I mean, it's not
Yeah.
discipline. It's that I don't have the will to not enter the app. I always find myself like in my resting periods.
Yeah.
I find myself scrolling through Instagram and I don't really mind what's in there. It's just
Yeah.
scrolling. What I usually do is during the week, I don't have the app on my mobile phone. And then during the
Oh my
weekends, if I
God.
want to put the story or
Uh-huh.
something, I have it during the weekends. But
No, but it's literally, you're so disciplined, because I could never. Like, I feel like I
Yes.
have FOMO, even though it doesn't
no,
really matter.
but I mean, for example, I still can go into Instagram in my laptop.
Yeah.
Like if you guys text me
Yeah.
or send me a reels or anything, I can I have access.
Right.
But it's not that intuitive. In the laptop, you're not scrolling in
That's
your
true.
laptop. You're just
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm going to see if someone messaged me and
Yeah.
that's it. But I think I do this not because I'm disciplined. It's because I don't have the will to have the app and
okay.
not being like in my resting periods, scrolling. Because sometimes I'm like, okay, 15 minutes rest. And then I'm half an hour on
No,
Instagram.
yeah.
It's like,
I
no.
think the laptop move is really smart because
yeah.
when you go to Instagram in a laptop,
It's harder.
I feel,
Yeah.
it's it becomes boring.
Yeah.
I don't delete Instagram because I talk with some friends
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly.
And I think this is a bit of an excuse too, because I could just say, okay, let's just talk through WhatsApp and don't send me through Instagram.
Yeah.
But I feel like you are disciplined. I would like to try one thing that I see some people doing, like a no scroll Sunday or no scroll
Oh, that's
during the
nice.
weekend. Let's see if I can implement that.
Yeah, but maybe we should try that app. Like
The
Yeah,
YPD
but I
app.
would try
Yeah.
that app. I would try that app.
the three of us competing.
I would try that app.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It only works for me when I have deadlines in a week or two. Like,
Yes.
it's so bad, but like, I started using it when I was really young, when I was taking my national Singaporean O-level
Oh
paper.
yeah, like A level.
Yeah. So it was like, you really have to study, and that's when I use it in a long period of time. But last semester, I remembered about the app. I was like, you know what? I need this, because if I don't, I'm not gonna submit my assignment in time.
But I feel like it's better if we are in each other's room, because
Yeah.
sometimes when we go to the study room, imagine we downloaded that app or
Yeah,
use that
yeah.
app, I feel like we would talk. We wouldn't be in social media, but we were talking.
No, yeah, we're big yappers. No. I feel like it's good to study together, but we need to be disciplined to tell, okay, we need to stop talking.
Yeah,
'cause-
now it's time
Yeah.
to focus.
like, we see each other like almost every day,
Yeah.
but we
But
still
there's
talk so
always
much.
But I mean,
Yeah.
There's always
Nice.
gossip. There's always something.
the
There's
power
always
of
tea.
gossip.
the power of gossip.
Yes, exactly.
It's Queen Charlotte.
And speaking of rushing your assignments a week or two before a deadline, there's actually this time management law called the Parkinson's law. And what it is that, let's say you have 6 weeks to complete an assignment, right? You might not actually need that full 6 weeks to get it done. You might actually need maybe 3 or 4 weeks most to get it done. But because you know that you have the 6 weeks, you will be taking that full 6 weeks to get it done.
Oh yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah, I
like,
think so.
if I know I have 6 weeks to get it done, I am going to make use of that full 6 weeks. I'm not just going to finish it in 3 weeks because I know I have 6 weeks. Like,
You
know.
would never submit earlier.
Yeah, no, I think if I was going to submit something early, I would at most submit it a few days earlier, like maybe 2 or 3 days earlier.
I never submit earlier, also because I always like to hear the professor's feedback.
Oh, yeah.
And professors give a lot of tips.
Yeah.
The last weeks or
Yeah,
last week, they're like,
it's true.
don't forget about this is
Yeah.
really important. So I think I never submit. Maybe I submit a day or two
Yeah.
before, but usually I don't submit earlier
Yeah.
or until the last class with that professor.
Yeah, it's true. For school, it's a bit different. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I usually don't submit earlier because I procrastinate.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I can. But yeah, the thing with my projects is like, in one project we have to submit a lot of things.
Different things.
Yeah, a lot of different things. So even though I want to finish something, it's like I have to work in everything at the same time. So I always, like as Teresa said, like maybe one day or two.
Yeah.
But
before.
I feel like we don't procrastinate that much because we work a lot. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm always
Maybe
jumping
you are
about
more-
procrastinating. but
maybe you
it's
are
not
more
that bad.
focused than the last weeks,
Yeah,
and I do the same. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm working more in the last weeks, but I feel like we work a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's
should
ups
be
and
correct.
downs, but like
Yes.
the last week is when I fully
Yeah.
lock in.
Yeah,
Yes.
for me it's
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah, I mean, with this law, there is a graph that shows that with more time, there's lesser effort to finish your work, you know. For me, the first few weeks is when I don't put in any effort. Well, I do, but like not as much effort as I would when it's closer to the deadline. So basically what this law is saying is that work basically expands to fill the time available for its completion, okay? And what it basically is trying to say is that excessive deadlines fuels procrastination and inefficiency. Like I said, if you have 6 weeks to complete your assignment, you are not gonna use that 6 weeks, and it'll just lead to procrastination because you have so much time and you're just gonna procrastinate. You'll be like, I have 4 weeks till my deadlines and I'm not gonna do it. You know, like this doesn't necessarily mean that everyone only knows how to procrastinate. You know, it could also mean that since you have a lot of time, you are looking into the tiny details and be more of a perfectionist with your work, which can be unnecessary and harmful. You know, being a perfectionist is not harmful, but it could be more damaging than helpful. So an example of someone who uses this law is Elon Musk, okay? And how he uses this law is by telling the public about his upcoming projects and when it's going to be done. And to most people, these deadlines can be a bit unrealistic, but how this works is that when he tells the public about this project, right, it's going to create excitement naturally. And if he misses the deadline, it's only going to ruin his reputation. People are going to be like, oh, he lied, like he said this is going to be done by this time, but clearly he didn't meet the deadline. And sometimes he does miss the deadlines, but this only fuels his team and him to work harder and achieve more things.
It's like the people who say my body changed in 30 days
Yeah.
and they post it on
Yeah,
social media,
exactly.
and it's like, now I have to be fully committed.
Oh my god, that's literally the perfect
Yeah.
example. Like
it's
if you don't,
insane.
that's a shame. Like, it's not a shame, but like people are gonna call you out.
They
Yeah, like
expect.
and
Oh,
you're
that's good. I feel like the reason why I'm discussing about like, you know, working under pressure in the last 2 weeks or managing time is because like I feel like at the end of the day, how you balance social life and school, it really boils down into time management. Like time management is the key to balance,
I agree.
right?
Yeah,
Right? So for the next section of this podcast, I will be discussing 2 time management theories that may or may not help you manage your time better, and for the people who are listening, because I've used one of these before and it helped me in a way. Maybe not in studying way, but it did help me. And maybe it could change your perspective on time management and help us in this semester, you know. So the first theory, it's called Eisenhower Matrix. So what it is that it's 4 boxes, okay? It's a 2x2 grid. Can you guys visualize it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the top of the first 2 squares, right, you put important and not important. So on above each square. And on the left on the row,
Yeah.
beside the row, you put urgent and not urgent. Okay, so you have 4 boxes, okay? So the top left quadrant, the tasks that you put in these quadrants are the things that you have to get done by today or tomorrow max. Like for me, right now, I'm doing a social media project. Maybe the task is that, oh, I need to get my logo done by today. You know, if not, I can't continue with designing my post. That's an example. And on the right, it's not urgent but important. So these are the things, for example, it's like looking for a job here. It's important, but it's not urgent because you're still studying. Or like working on a project that is due in 2 weeks. So these are things that are not urgent, but important, okay? And on the bottom left quadrant, it's things that you delegate. And what I mean by delegate, because it's urgent, but not important, right? You have to do it, but it's not as important. So these are the things like, let's say you are doing a group project and you have to edit slides or something. right? You can just delegate this to your team members who are maybe not as busy as you. So that's an example of what you can put in this quadrant. And the bottom right quadrant is not urgent and not important. Like going on TikTok, watching a movie. Like these are the things you know you should not be doing, but you do it anyways. So what you do is that you list tasks down in these 4 boxes. So you are aware of the things that you should be doing and what you should not be doing. Because it helps you prioritize the things that you actually need to do and organize based on importance and urgency. Like I think you have to really look at it as a big picture, because for example you choose to doom scroll, right? This means that you are choosing to not do your work, you know. So it's like it's kind of like guilt tripping yourself a bit, kind of.
But would you include that in the matrix?
Like doom scrolling? I think that's the thing, you have to be honest with yourself.
Because it's not, because you have to sit down and think about your habits.
Exactly.
And think about how you relax. Maybe in a day where you are super stressed, you would put watching a movie as important.
Oh, that's
because
true.
You don't have creativity, you don't know, you can't keep going with your work. Maybe on that day is important. But maybe in a day like where deadline is in 2 days, you really can't watch a movie, even though you are stressed. You really have to get things done. So I think it's a really good tool. Because we have to sit down and think about.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to be honest with yourself.
Exactly.
Like, would you put doom scrolling?
I don't know if I would put it.
I would say, no, I don't have Instagram on my phone. I'm not going to doom scroll.
Maybe
and then I'm
Pinterest
on my
too.
photo gallery.
Oh my god.
Scrolling through my...
Doing anything but studying.
But I spend a lot of time in Pinterest too. And sometimes I'm just looking at clothes and it's not adding me much, you know? So it's not good.
That's the thing, because I mean this is a tool, like it can only help you so much, you know, like these are things to help you manage your time, because if you're not honest with yourself, you're not disciplined, it's not gonna work, because you're the only person that can change, you know, like no one's gonna force
that power.
Exactly.
I think Elena is really right. We have to be honest when applying that.
No, you really have to be honest with this kind of things. So I've used this thing before, and it's during my college days. I think that's what you call it when you get your diploma. It's college for you guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for me it's called Polytechnic. I was in this CCA. It's an event planning CCA. So there's so many things to do before you plan an event. Like on the day of the event, you have so many things to set up, right? And my team is a team of like less than 10 people. So can you imagine doing an orientation for a whole school with only 10 people? It's a lot of things to do. So this really helps manage our time before the event. In a way, it helped us manage our time. So I don't know if this will help in studies. Maybe I will try and see.
I may try it because sometimes I feel like my projects are too big and I need to take them to small pieces. So maybe that small pieces is like I can organize myself better with this system. I will definitely try it.
I believe it's great for companies as well, and there are probably companies already using that system. To delegate and to see which projects are really important to get done.
I agree. The next theory, I think it's a bit more simpler. It's called Pickle Jar Theory. So imagine a pickle jar, okay? There's only a limited amount of space, correct? So that space, it represents time, because your time is limited, correct? Okay. So you have 3 elements, okay? Rocks, pebbles, and sand, okay? So rock represents important tasks. Okay, the important things you need to do. Pebbles are things that are not so important but you have to do. For example, like cleaning your room or whatever. And sand is completely unimportant. So like doom scrolling. Okay. I keep saying doom scrolling, but it's because I'm guilty of doom scrolling.
I think we all are.
It's so bad. So what it is that if you fill up your jar with sand first, right? Let's say you wake up in the morning and you do useless things first, right? You put the sand in first and then you put the pebbles in and then the rocks. You won't have space in the jar, you know. But if you wake up and you do the most important thing first, you put the rocks in, then the pebbles, then the sand, you'll find that the sand goes in between the pebbles and rocks. So it means that you have enough space in the jar, which means you have enough time.
Oh, that's a really
that
nice
makes
metaphor.
so sense.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my mom used to say, first do your homework or do the difficult tasks and chores, and then you can play for the time you want.
Exactly.
So it's like here, the doom scrolling would be like the reward. Like first work, and here the doom scrolling or watching a movie or going to Pinterest would be the sand.
Yeah,
and
correct.
would be the reward after all
Yeah.
the work is done.
Exactly.
And I try to do that, do the longer tasks
yeah.
first,
Yeah.
but that doesn't always happen, and
Right,
sometimes the
right.
sand gets in between.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you have to visualize your jar in a day and see what is important and what.
But
But
at the
that's a
same
great
time,
way.
it makes sense because during the day, like in the morning, you have more energy. No?
Yes, exactly.
And then at nighttime, you're more lazy. Like,
Mhm.
I don't feel like doing big chores
Yeah.
after dinner.
This is actually part of the research done for this theory. It's like you have the most energy and like productivity, I would say, in the morning. But you know, when you're in bed, like you just wanna sit down and like lay down your nice comfy bed because it's so cold out, right? But like you said, it's you have the most energy, so you should force yourself and take that time to do important things, even though you don't want to do it, because who wants to do work? You know? When you prioritize putting your rocks first, right, you will find that there's still empty space, and that space is the space for yourself, for your friends. So this is just a theory to basically just help you organize your day, I would say.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
I like that too.
This theory, it doesn't only help you when you need to do work. Like, for example, you have a day off, like you want to have a day off for yourself, like self-care day. It can also help you, you know, organize your tasks. For example, going to the gym and like journaling, you know,
Yes.
because I
Yeah.
also do journaling, and like, yeah, things like this. It doesn't only have to apply to work and study, you know, because our life doesn't really revolve around that.
Yeah.
With this theory, right, you should also avoid overcrowding the jar with the big rocks, because then you are sacrificing your mental health, because you need a bit of sand in your jar, you know,
Yeah.
because like then you have so many empty spaces that you could have used but you didn't really use, right? At the end of the day, these theories can only take you so far, you know, like they're only tools, right? Like what matters the most at the end of the day is having discipline, because like I said, you have the power to organize your day, you know, like no one can help you. People can help you, but they can only help you so far, right?
Yeah.
And while also being disciplined, you also need to know your limits to not feel burnt out, because that was the first question of the day. How
Yeah.
to not feel burnt out, right? Because balance is important. Like, yes, you need to do work, but you also need to have good mental health, right? Because like, if you're depressed and stuff, what's the point of living?
Yeah.
That's kind of deep, but like, it's true, right? Like,
No,
yeah, it's
definitely.
true. And maybe if you're that focused for many, many days,
yeah,
then you will reach a point in which you're burnt out and
yeah,
you're not going to be productive at all.
Exactly.
Like if you're burnt out,
yeah.
it's done for you.
Literally, like, and if you burn yourself out so easily, right, you will have the period of time where you don't do anything. You doing so much work doesn't matter anymore, because you're still, time is passing, you know, time doesn't stop for anyone.
That's deep.
I feel like a good thing I try to do is also celebrate small achievements.
Yes.
That helps me
Mhm.
stop and appreciate, and
Right.
especially celebrating with people.
Aw.
And whenever I get a message from you like, oh, I did so great in this presentation,
Yes,
this,
no.
Yeah, I love that.
I
Yeah.
love that.
We're all so positive with each
Yeah.
other. I love it. So cute. Yeah. It's like,
And when you
yay.
remember like good luck with the presentation,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
Yay.
you
Those
remember.
small things
Yeah.
really
so
matter.
cute. Yeah. It's like it helps. Like literally these tiny things. They
help
really
a lot.
helps.
They
Like,
help a lot.
I'm so glad that we found each other, because like it really
Me too.
like it really
Thank you.
it
Yeah,
really
me
helps.
too.
Like I think we have such a healthy relationship, like a
Yeah.
friend group dynamic. I feel like at the end of the day, right, consistency is the most important. Like if you prioritize intensity, you will only burn out faster.
yeah, that's totally true.
What I'm trying to say is that while we are talking about being productive and stuff, we should also take breaks and be kind to ourselves. Even if it's as small as taking a walk, like you said, or having a short coffee date, it really makes a difference to your mental health. Even if it's 10 minutes, I feel like
Yeah.
that would really help me if I'm really stressed about something, you know. Your mental health matters. Like, yes, we're talking a lot about time management and balancing school and social life. At the end of the day, your mental health really matters. We're only human, and all of us have our unproductive days. And it is okay to have unproductive days. Hopefully, the theories that we have discussed, or I've said, may or may not help. Like, hopefully it does, but
It
Yeah, I do.
really helped.
yeah, hopefully we can have more productive days, so that we can have more going up days,
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode and found it helpful, especially hearing our experiences as international students and hearing different inputs from my dearest friends here, Elena and Teresa. We all came from different places, different culture and different stuff, but we all have the same experience in, managing time and stuff. I also hope that the time management theories talked about today also help you guys in managing your time well, hopefully. And I myself will definitely try to start integrating these theories, like the pickle jar. It's so simple to think about, right? But knowing this might help you in the future. If you have any topics you would like me to talk about in the future episodes, feel free to comment down or DM us on Instagram. Thank you, Elena and Teresa, for joining me on the very first episode of We're Still Figuring It Out. And follow them on Instagram. I'm gonna put it in the social media post. So yes, thanks for listening and see you next time. Bye!